Yeah, I'm Ondrej Lisy. I'm a staff cardiologist at the Chattanooga Heart Institute. I got interested in the cardiology during my high school year. I grew up in Middle Europe, in the Czech Republic, and in Prague, and one of my close friends was sick, and later on I learned that he had a congenital heart disease, and he actually died just before the graduation from the high school. This was my first encounter with the cardiology and all the problems that it encounters. And this was probably the first trigger that I was thinking maybe that this is a very intriguing field that I can make a difference. And then obviously I continue in the studies, and finally I got into medical school, and the interest continued during the medical school. And not because there were other interesting fields, but because I had great teachers, and that later on that one of my teachers was actually dean of the medical school, who was also a cardiologist. The cardiology is a very broad field which basically is focusing on the improving and cardiovascular health. It's not only treating the heart conditions, but also all the vascular problems. And it's a very broad field, from the molecular genetics, if you want, through the pathophysiology of the cardiovascular system, to the pathology, to the different diseases. And most importantly, not only how we can diagnose the diseases of the cardiovascular system, but how we can treat them and how we can improve the life of others. When a patient comes to see me in the office, where usually the first encounter is, unless it's in the hospital setting, they can expect somebody who is not only knowledgeable, because I did a training both in Europe as well as in the US. I spent more than 13 years training at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, before I moved to Chattanooga. But also they will find somebody who is compassionate and empathic, who will listen to them, and who has the best interest to improve their health, and to be somebody who can guide them through the possible difficult times, because some of the patients are really facing very difficult times, particularly if they come to see a doctor at the end stage of the disease. I think that one of the things that really inspiring me is that possibility to make a difference. And this is really, it may sound as a cliche, but this is the fact that I can wake up in the morning and telling myself that today will be a day that I can make life of others better, and that I can go and see my patients, and that not only in the office but also in hospital, and really help them go through the day and to make a difference in their medical conditions.